welcome to my channel Insight. This is my session 4 on Python. Today, I will be educating you on Python operators. But before we begin with today's session, let us understand the basic meaning of word operator. Who is an operator? How do we define an operator? In general terms, if we say an operator is a person who operates some equipment or a machine. When I say this with reference to the statement, I can say that to perform operation, an operator needs some equipment, or a person or a company that runs a business need staff, funds to operate the business. So operation cannot be performed independently. And if I speak in terms of maths, then an operator is a symbol or function denoting an operation which is performed on values and variable. Example, plus, multiplication, etc. To perform addition, the operation needs two operands. I want you to have look on this picture, operators, wherein you see, wherein you see that we have lot many symbols here. Somewhere you can see some words also written. There are symbols, there are special characters, there are some words written. Each is an operator in Python and holds special meaning. Basically, the operators in Python are special symbols. They are special symbols, combination of symbols or keywords that perform computation assigned to them. Operators perform operations on variables and values. They are the building blocks of expression, which you can use to manipulate your data. I discussed the data types in my previous video, that is session 3, in which I told you different categories of data types, wherein we started about numeric, we started about text data type, that is string, and then we looked at the sequence, dictionary, so many data types we discussed. With these data types, we are creating object of that class, and that variables, that object which you are defining becomes the value base for the operators. To begin further, to continue the session, I would like to bring your focus on the various categories of Python operators. So in the operators category, we have seven categories of operator. Arithmetic operators, comparison operator, assignment operator, logical operators, membership operators, identity operators, and bitwise operators. Let us discuss what are arithmetic operators. Mathematical operations, including addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, are commonly carried out using Python arithmetic operators. So, in my picture, you can see the headers in which I have operator and the name. We'll study firstly both the columns here. So, plus sign is denoted for addition. The minus sign or the dash you are visualizing is meant for subtraction purpose. Now there is one new symbol here which is used for multiplication. It's called asterisk. We use this symbol for multiplication. Like we normally use cross in maths. So cross is replaced by this star looking like symbol for multiplication. Then we have division symbol represented by single slash. We have person sign for modulus. We have double star sign or double asterisk sign for exponent, and we have double slash for floor division. Each of the operator here, the name mentioned, and the operators perform a certain kind of arithmetic operation, which you will visualize here now in the examples. So we have taken three types of numeric data in our example. One is int, second is float, and we rather I will say two types, that is int and float. So my first example holds value 10 and 20. So two values are being used in this example on either side of the operator. So in maths also, when you perform such kind of operations, you need operands for the operator. So here my operands are 10 and 20, and it will generate the result 30. So let us see what happens when we add two integer numbers. Just put your focus here. So my first number is 10 and second number is 20. What will happen if I add them? Let me play the play button to see the result. 10 plus 20, both are integer number. So I say when the two integer numbers are added, the result is also integer. That is 30. Like this, you can see the result is 30. What happens when we change the integer number to a float number, to a real number? What will happen? The result will come as an integer or it will come as a float value. So we'll execute few of the examples to make you visualize all the different types of operators here. But first I need to make you understand that what happens when you add two integers value and what happens when you add either of integer value and float value or both the float values. So you can see the operated results give me 30.2. That means 20 is automatically upgraded to the higher category, that is float, and then it is added and the result is 30.2, which is wrongly mentioned in my sheet. I'm so sorry. It is 20.2 which is written. It is actually 30.2. Apologies from my side. So it is 30.2 here. That is 10.2 plus 20 added. The result gives me 30.2. Then what happens when we perform two addition or arithmetic operator on two floating point numbers? So first number is 10.2 and second is 20.1. Let us see the result. The result is again float. We can also check the type of the result to confirm that we are getting the result in float type. So we can just enclose this result in the type function to know the type of the result it is generating. So it is float. So 30.3 is nothing but float. Coming to the next operator, that is subtraction. Now, the subtraction obviously happens when you have two operands, the operand on the left hand side of the operator and on the right hand side of the operator. So if you are performing subtraction on two integers number, then the resultant value will also be integer. But if either of the one value is float, then the result will be float. And similarly, if we subtract two floating numbers, then the result will always be floating number. So if we subtract 10.3 from 20.1, the result is 9.8. Coming to the third operator, that is used for multiplication. So multiplication symbol needs an operator on the left and on the right. So 10 asterisk 20 means what? That we are multiplying 10 by 20. Right? So when we were performing subtraction, what was happening? We were subtracting 10 from 20. When we were doing the addition, we were adding 20 to 10. So the right side value is being operated with left side of value. So when we are writing 10 asterisk 20, basically we are multiplying 10 by 20. So if we are again the same thing, if we are multiplying two integers number, then the result will always be an integer. But if we have either number float, then the result will be float. The type of the result will be always float. Coming to the fourth symbol, that is for division, we have slash. This slash means what? The number on the left hand side of the operator will be divided by the number on the right hand side of the operator. So if we have written 20 slash 10, it means that 20 will be divided by 10. Now a little change. 20 and 10 both are integer numeric value, but the result is float. Division symbol always returns the quotient. And when it returns the quotient, it always returns the quotient as a float value, whether the number we are dividing are integer number or it is float number, or either of the number is integer, doesn't matter. Division symbol always give you result as float. So the number on the left hand side, again I'm repeating, the number on the left hand side is divided by the number on the right hand side, and the result in the first case when 20 is divided by 10, it is 2.0. In the second case, when 20.5 is divided by 10, the result is 2.05. And similarly, when 20.5 was divided by 2.0, the result is 10.25. Coming to the fifth operator, which is represented by a person sign, that is modulus. This operator returns the remainder. So there is a difference between now the division and the modulus operator. First difference, the division symbol returns the quotient, and that too in the decimal as a decimal number or a float number. But when we use modulus operator, it gives the remainder, not the quotient. So when applied on the integer number, it gives the remainder as integer only. But if either of the number or both the numbers are floating, then the result will always be in the float form. So if we divide 22 by 10, basically when we are performing or putting modulus operator, we are performing two actions here. First, we are dividing, and second, we are recording the remainder part. We are not recording the quotient part. But when we are dividing and we are recording the quotient, and that is the result of the operation. So when we are performing modulus operator on the operands, then there are two steps which are executing. First, they are getting divided. Second, the remainder is getting written like this. You will see 2 as the result. So if integers are used, if two integer numbers are used with the modulus operator, the result of the remainder also comes as an integer. Next, the exponent. You might have heard about something called power, 2 raised to the power 2, 4 raised to the power 2. So this exponent is nothing but power. One asterisk represents multiplication, but two asterisks represent exponent. So anything can be powered with any number, like 4 raised to the power 2 means 4 star star 2. So the number on the left hand side of the operator is the number which has to be powered, is the base number. Sorry, it's the base number, and 2 is the power of the number. So if I'm writing 4 exponent 2, that means it is 4 raised to the power 2. The result of 4 raised to the power 2 is 16. We can also change the power here. We can make it to any length. We can make it 4 raised to the power 10 also, like this. All we are doing is we are giving the power to the base number. So 4 is the base number and 10 is the power. So the operator on the right hand side of the operation is the power, and before it is the base number. So if we have to write like 5 raised to the power 2, how we'll write? We'll write 5, 2 asterisks and 2. 5 raised to the power 2 will be written as this. The result will be 25. What happens when we perform operation on a float number? So if we are performing the operation, like you can see in my example, 4.2 double star 2 means 4.2 raised to the power 2. The result is 17.64. So the operation can be performed on floating point number also. The power can be given to that also. And similarly, the power can be given as a decimal number as well. So you can try all these examples. You can give power as an integer, you can give power to a floating point number, and you can give power to a floating point number as a floating point power also. So you have the result like this. So you can give it a try and practice it. Coming to the last operator of arithmetic category, we have double slash. Now think to observe. We have observed three kind of division here. One is the division which gives us quotient. The second is the modulus which gives us, after dividing, it gives us remainder. And third is float division. Float division is the operator which divides the number before the operator by the number on the right side of the operator. So in this example, 9/2 means 9 is getting divided by 2. If you just think that if we divide any odd number by an even number, definitely the quotient will have some decimal point. But what we are getting here is the whole number. So that float division, how it is different from the division operator, it always return the whole number in the quotient. When two integers are dividing, it always returns the whole number as the quotient and ignore the decimal part of it. Like in the division case, when we divided, it was 20. I'll just execute and show you. 20 divided by 10, it gives me 2.0. But if I add double slash instead of single, the result will be 2. So let it just run the code and I will show you the execution of both the operators, that is the division and the float division. Okay, till the time it is taking little time to execute, we will put our focus on the second example of the float division, that is 20.5 divided by 10. So you will just have a thing in mind. I just told you that it always returns the whole number, but this time if you see, it is returning 2.0. 20.5 divided by 10, it is returning 2.0. But this is not an integer. So what is the result all about? If you just put a thought, if we divide 20.5 by 10, the result will be 2.0 or 2 point something. It will be 2 point something, but we are getting 2.0, which states that it is ignoring the decimal part, the precision part, and it is just replacing the precision part by 0 and giving 2 as the whole number to us. So this division already executed 20/10 and the result is 2.0. I'm just making it double slash here and we'll run the code again, to which the result will be 2. So this thing you just need to observe. Yes, that's the output. 20/10, that is float division applied on 20 divided by 10. We got result as 2. What will happen if I execute this code again? 20.5 divided by 10. Let us do the single division to see the result. What exactly it is coming? It is coming 2.05. What will happen if I apply the float division here? So it will give me 2.0 here, but it will give me 2.0 here, but at the same time, it will, at the same time, it will ignore 0.05 here and give 2 as the whole number to me. And in the last case, 20.5 divided by flow division divided by 2.0, the result we are getting is 10.0. So here you can see 2.05 was replaced by 2.0. So this is all about arithmetic operators. I hope you understand it. If you still have query, you can write to me. Second type of operators in Python are comparison operators. Compare means you have two values, two variable which can be compared. So to compare, we need to have a criteria why we are comparing, for what purpose we are comparing. So operators, comparison operators are needed to do such kind of functioning. And based on the comparison, they produce a Boolean value result which is either true or false. The value of the comparison operator, the result of the comparison operator when applied will give result as either true or false. So it will not perform any kind of calculation or give you any kind of result. It will just operate, do the functioning, compare the value on the left hand side of the operator and right hand side of the operator, and it will apply the meaning which is there for the operator and give you result as true or false. So let us see the operators which are there with us. The operators are double equal to sign, not equal to, greater than, less than, greater than equal to, less than equal to, or equal. So equal is repeating itself. We'll ignore the last line. Double equal to. double equals checks the equality of the number which is there on the left hand side with the right hand side. In the example, if you see 4 double equal to 5, 4 comes before 5, or I can say 5 comes after 4. In this case, if I check the equality between the number, it is not making sense. So it is not true. It is false. They are not equal. Coming to the not equal operator, if I perform the same operator, it is opposite of equal. That means if I check for 4 equal to 5, it is saying though it is false. But if I use it with not equal, then it's true. 4 is not equal to 5. It is true. Coming to the greater than sign, greater than checks the left hand side with the right hand side operator. The left hand side operator, left hand side value with the right hand side value of the operator. So left hand side value for me now is 4, and we are checking is 4 greater than 5? You have got your result with you, yes or no something. So if it is greater than 5, we say it's true, otherwise we say it's false. So in our example, 4 is not greater than 5, result will be false. But if I check with the less than operator, it's generally mathematical operator which you studied in junior classes as well. Less than operator, 4 is less than 5, yes or no? Yes, 4 is less than 5, so result will be true. So what is the difference between this greater than and greater than equal to? Are they same or different? Obviously, if it is mentioned, there is a little of difference, and what it is. Greater than means that the number on the left hand side, if it is greater than the number on the right hand side of the operator, then it's true. Equal to means if both the numbers are equal, then it's true. If greater than and equal to are used together, it means if it is either greater or equal, then it's true. Otherwise, it's false. So in the example, you see, if 4 is either greater than 5 or 4 is equal to 5, then it's true. In If this is not the case, then it's false. Less than equal to, similar. If the value on the left hand side is less than or smaller than the value on right hand side of the operator, then it's true. Okay, if this is not the case, if they are equal, then it's true. So less than equal to says if it is either less than the left value is either less than the right side value, or is it equal, then it is true. Coming to double equal to sign, which we already discussed. So you can observe the difference between all that equal to double equal to operator when used with number results in true if the number on the left is equal to the number on the right hand side, or the value on the left hand side is equal to the value on the right hand side. So it, other than numbers also, it can be used on many things which we'll discuss later in more examples. So presently we are talking about numeric numbers only. Let us execute some code and see what we just discussed. Let us say take some other number. I'm taking 12 as one of the number and checking the equality of the number with 12. 12 double equal to 12. The result should be true. But what if I make this number as 13? It will give me false. Equality is checked. What if I use the not equal to sign here? 12 not equal to 13. Yes, 12 is not equal to 13. So it should give me true. And if I change this value now to 12 again, 12 not equal to 12. Is it true? Let us check. 12 not equal to 12. Till it is executing, you keep your answer in your mind. That is false. It is false. Okay, let us operate the operation by greater than sign. 12 greater than 12. Is it? Is 12 greater than 12? What do you think? False. But if I add an equal to sign with it, 12 greater than equal to 12 means 12 is either greater than 12 or 12 is equal to 12, then it is true. right? That's the case. So if I make it now 14, so it will result in true if 14 is greater than 12 or 14 is equal to 12. The result will again be true. Let's move forward. Coming to the next operator type, that is assignment operator. Python assignment operator are used to assign values to variables. The single equal symbol is the most fundamental assignment operator. It assigns the value on the operator's right side to the variable on the operator's left side. So variables we have already, the data types with the variable we have discussed in the last video, but this time let us understand it more. How to use the operators with the value. The assignment operators has equal symbol which represents that whatever is operation is performed on the right hand side of the symbol of the operator, the result will be assigned to the left side of the operator to the variable. First operator equal to assignment operator. Assignment operator. A is equal to 10 means what? 10 is the integer value which will be stored in the variable A, right? So 10 can be 10.5 also, it can be any value. When used after on the right hand side, the value is assigned, whatever type of the value may be, it may be list, it may be dictionary, whatever it may be, the value is assigned to the variable on the left hand side. Not only for integer, it works for string as well, dictionary, string, tuple, list, all types. Coming to the second category, plus equal to addition assignment. What does it mean? The number 5 will be added to A and the result will be stored in A. So plus means this will be performed with A and the result will be stored in A again. So if the value of A in the previous example, like A is equal to 10, if the value of A is 10 and if we write A plus equal to 5, that means the value of A will be replaced by 10. So 10 will be added to 5 and the result will be stored in A. So the new value of A becomes 15. Let us see the code. If A is equal to 10, A plus equal to 5. Let us print the value of A. You will see the value of A is 15. If you print the value of A here, you will see the value of A is 10. So earlier the value of A was 10. When used with plus equal to operator, the number 5 is added to 10 and the result is stored in variable A again. And then when we print it, we got the result 15. True. Let's move forward. Coming to the next operator type, that is assignment operator. Python assignment operator are used to assign values to variables. The single equal symbol is the most fundamental assignment operator. It assigns